Holy crap, we're in April and she's saying that international travel will not be taking place this year. The past month in Canada has been crazy, and that is putting it lightly. The future of immigration in Canada is looking pretty wild. Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Boma. Nice to meet you. In today's video, I want to talk about some Canadian immigration updates and make a few predictions as to what Canada's immigration will be looking like in the next few months and years. So if you're interested in that, please keep watching. I'm recording this video on April 23rd. It'll probably go up in a couple of days. Many parts of the world are currently in the middle of this pandemic, and it's been a very tragic situation for a lot of people. It's been a weird situation, but even weirder is just what's going on with immigration in Canada. The only people excluded from this rule are people like temporary foreign workers and people who are coming into Canada to provide essential services. If you were planning to immigrate to Canada, what does that mean for you? Well, let me tell you. On April 10th, 2020, Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada announced that they are suspending processing of non-essential visas. All of that is currently on pause. And the scary thing is that we do not know how long this will be on pause for. Another exception to this is permanent residence applications. Those are still being processed, but you ought to have been approved for permanent residence before March 18th to be eligible to travel to Canada. So if your approval came in, April 2nd or something like that, you cannot travel to Canada for the time being. And also note that because Immigration, Refugee and Citizenship Canada is working on such limited capacity, I expect that those permanent residence applications will be taking much longer to process. There's another exception to this change, and that is for international students who are planning to come to Canada for the fall semester. In anticipation of the fall semester beginning, Canada is still processing those study permit applications. So although Canada is still processing applications, the tricky part is the students are not able to get their biometrics done. I remember as an international student, I had to go to the embassy, get my fingerprints done and all that. These places are closed. So what are you supposed to do? Canada has extended the deadline to get those biometrics from 30 days to 90 days. But, and there's a big but there, if you hadn't applied for your study permit prior to March 18th, you are also on pause. I remember when I was applying for my study permit, my admission letter came late, so I only applied a few weeks before I actually left. So if it was in a situation of COVID, I would not have been able to get to school on time. So if you're a person who waited till the last minute to put in your application for September, you're probably out of luck. The reason I say that is because we do not know how long this lockdown will last. And even when restrictions are being eased in Canada, the last thing that will probably be eased is international travel. I live in British Columbia, and our health officer said that people should not even think of traveling this year. And that blew my mind. I'm like, holy crap, we're in April and she's saying that international travel will not be taking place this year. I'm not saying this to scare you. I'm just trying to give you some sort of context as to what Canada is doing right now. So these are the updates. In terms of predictions for the future, it's important to note that, Prime Minister Trudeau is very pro-immigration. Where it becomes tricky is that Justin Trudeau's premise for immigration to Canada was the fact that Canada has a labor shortage. He's always said, Canada needs more workers. He was hoping to bring in at least 1 million workers over 10 years or something like that. I think all that is pretty much down the drain. Other than the fact that we don't even know when immigration will be open again in Canada, I think that once this pandemic is over, of course we're going to be going into a recession. And I don't think Justin Trudeau's critics are going to be happy if he's still pushing for immigration policy. And that's because they're going to say, how can you be asking for more people to come to Canada to work when Canadian workers barely have jobs, when Canadian workers cannot pay their rent? So I think that moving forward in the next few months and the next few years, immigration is going to not look the same as it did the past 4 years or so. I also note that Justin Trudeau is in a minority government, so the length of his term as Prime Minister is kind of up in the air. And for sure, we know that if we have a conservative government, immigration is going to look very different. It's probably going to look like the Harper years, where there was very tight immigration policies. My prediction is that immigration in Canada is definitely going to slow down in the next few months, in the next few years. And if Justin Trudeau is no longer Prime Minister, things will even get worse in terms of immigration. Just to end it on a positive note, my advice is that if you're a person who's planning to immigrate to Canada, get your application in and do so as quickly as you can, just so your application is in the queue, because things could change really quickly depending on the outcome of elections and also depending on the state of the Canadian economy. There is a lot that is up in the air right now. I'm going to include some of the videos I've done about immigration in the past to Canada just to provide you more information. Good luck, stay safe. I hope this video provided some sort of context and information about Canada's immigration right now. It's a tough time for people around the world. I hope you're staying safe and staying healthy, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.